Dear Pastor, how do we respond to Freemasons in our congregations? Some have been here many, many years and serve on boards, including as elders, signed concerned member. Now, is an important question. Are you talking about your congregation, or are you talking about the LCMS as a whole? And there's sort of a couple of levels for this one, but let it just be stated for the record. Oh, you're on camera again. Let it be stated for the record that it is the official position of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod that secret societies are bad.
Okay, so fill me in, because you read the question and I was like, Mason, bad. And then I thought about it and I was like, but why?
Yeah. So
it's a secret society. So what does that mean?
Secret societies are bad. It means that you have a fellowship apart from Christianity that you're not allowed to share with Christians.
Oh.
You have vows that you take in secret about never divulging things.
Why? Why do they need to do that?
Well, with Freemasonry, probably because at the top tier is demonic and you're worshiping demons, and you just don't want people to know that when you're trying to build a hospital.
So is it real that, like, the Sherlock Holmes movie with...
Yeah.
with...
Well, maybe.
What is his name? What's the actor's name?
Robert Downey.
R.D.
Robert Downey Jr.
RDJ.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real with that entire image, but yeah, the idea is that at the highest tiers, particularly the Masonic Lodge, has Luciferian worship going on.
Okay, yes.
What does that look like? What does that mean? Well, they've taken vows not to tell you, so very few people know or see it. There are people who've written books saying what's going on. I've not read those, but I know that such people exist. There are 33 tiers within the Masonic Lodge, so if you're tier 3, they don't tell you all the stuff that's going on.
So our forefathers in the faith have said, you don't need to figure it out for yourself.
Correct.
Just know that this is bad. Trust us.
Correct.
And don't mess
it's not
with
even
it.
For them. It's not even about the Masonic Lodge. The Masonic Lodge is one.
Yeah.
Secret society. The problem is the idea of a secret society where you are taking a vow to hide from the world something, and then in this regard creating a fellowship that is a divorce from the fellowship of the Lord's Supper. You have a public society that you belong to, a communion. Why would you join another? So perhaps just as scary or dangerous is Skull and Crossbones, which is a secret society that many of our former presidents belong to. I believe it's a Harvard thing.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter what they actually do. From our perspective, the issue is, why are you in the darkness?
Yeah.
What are you hiding? Because if it's not bad, why are you hiding it? Right.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. I don't have a great resource on Freemasonry. My guess is if you looked in the Kingdom of the Cults, I can't remember who wrote that, but that it would have a section on that. I feel like Dr. Walther and Dr. Pieper wrote stuff on it, but I didn't see it in Pieper's Dogmatics when I glanced through that today. And so the other issue to this is, well, how important is Freemasonry as an existent thing? Where are they? Are they still around? How long will they be around? And what you hear a lot of times is, well, they're dying the way the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod is dying. They're not repopulating with the younger demographic the way that you would think. But you know what? Every so often I see a really nice car with a Mason symbol on it. It doesn't have an old man in it. So I just think that they're small, powerful, and wealthy myself.
Yeah.
And that they have preferred to work behind the scenes more than publicly the way they may be used to. Now, what do you do if you've got an elder in your church who's a Freemason? Now, yeah, this is tough. This is a bad situation. This is not going to change very easily. How do you even begin to teach on it? What kind of level of Mason is he? Does the pastor know? It's really up to the pastor. And man, is he in a tough situation if he's got this call and just finds out he's got 3 Masons out of 7 elders. I mean, that's they're not prepped for this. You're not prepped for this. How do you even begin that conversation? Well, it starts with the question of secret society. I mean, it's not about, you're a Mason, you're bad, get out of here. Although effectively, that was it. You joined the Masonic Church, 1915 LCMS Church, you're excommunicated. You're out.
Well,
I called it Masonic Church Lodge. It is a church.
Isn't it?
You're joining another church.
One of those scenarios where it's a long game rather than a short one.
Probably if you're a brand new pastor and just landed in this scenario, yeah, probably a long game.
It's interesting over the course of the years, looking at scenarios that you've been in, where just a matter of taking that time and energy to teach
Mm-hmm.
and not necessarily go right at something,
Mm-hmm.
but teaching truth over time. You find that the ones who don't want it will leave themselves. Like they don't, you don't even have to ask them to leave. They
Right.
just end up leaving on their own.
Right.
So
Yeah.
intentional teaching might be a good.
Yeah. Freemasonry also, I believe, early on, like low levels, they say they don't have any one religion, that all religions are true. And so all the scriptures are true. So Islam is true, Buddhism's true. So you're very quickly joining a universalist low level hanging fruit, and at the top of the universalist pyramid is Lucifer, right? And so like even for the early Christian or early Mason Christian, it is a giving up of conscience that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.
Yeah.
And you're well, but we're just helping people. No, you're not. You're joining another church. There's another way to say it. It's a church.
Mm-hmm.
So can I be a member at my church and a member at your church and a member at their church? Well, if you really don't believe anything's true, yeah. But that's kind of the thing about we Lutherans is we kind of believe in true stuff. And so, no, you can't go to a church that teaches the opposite.
You can't be Mormon and Jewish
Right.
and
Right.
Buddhist
Right.
and Christian
and
at the
Satanist.
same time.
Yeah, especially not Satanist too. So that's that.
That's pretty key. Like, I mean, I think just saying that is like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That,
It's a
that,
church. And so,
opened it up
you
a
know,
lot
why
to me.
are you going to this other church that takes secret vows that you won't tell us about and in charge of our church? Like on the boards, right? Why? Well, this has always been my church. You mean club, right? Social club. And so you are treating the church the way you treat your other social club, the Luciferian church or whatever.